So now we've got a pretty good round going. And then we walk up to this. What do you do when you get to a hole like this? It's dead into the wind and you're having a good round. Well, I'm going to show you some pretty neat mental tricks here. They're going to help you get through this tough part of the round better than your buddies. So you're going to score and you're going to get them and you're going to close out the match and it's going to feel great. So first and foremost, you can't be afraid. You got to trust that you've been playing well all day. This is no different. There's just a few more things you got to avoid, but you got this. So pick a target and don't worry about the results because they're out of your control anyway. And there you go, you're in play. So this is a crucial point in the round, guys. I've put it in play on a tough par 5. It's playing like 600 yards into the wind today. I mean, we're surrounded by hazards. You wouldn't believe it. So we really don't want to screw up our round here by making a bad decision. And we have a lot of decisions to make. One being trying to cover this water hazard in front of us. We have plenty of club, but with the wind, if we mishit this thing at all, we could go in the drink. And if we bail out to the right, there's pretty heavy rough over there, and it's still like a hefty shot into this green, and this green is heavily sloped. So you have to make course management decisions in this type of position where it's like, okay, I'm playing well. I'm 200 par, had a front nine that I got nothing out of, hit a lot of greens, had a lot of good opportunities, but basically shot even par, 1 bogey, 1 birdie. Not our best for my skill set, of course. But we're 2 under now. We got a little momentum, but 16, 17, and 18, they're tough golf holes. I mean, this is a very tough closing stretch of golf, especially with the wind picking up in the afternoon now. So we have to make some decisions. And the key is, in these types of situations, you're going to start feeling your heart pumping because you know that you could give it all away right here, but you don't want to. So what you got to do is you got to play golf. So here's a tip. Here's the trick to closing out rounds of golf that a lot of people won't tell you, especially the pros, especially the ones on TV, because they figured it out. And it's simple. You have to have only one conscious thought or less, and you have to completely trust yourself. So for the final few holes here, we're going to go through our full routine. And when we get over the ball, we're just going to trust. And whatever happens is whatever happens. We got 130 to the hole. It's not the worst lie. There's a little something back here. Feels it. Oh, here we go. Got some sticks in the way. Not too bad here though, guys. I think we can get this all the way to the hole. We didn't quite bring the right club, so I'm gonna have to manufacture something. But the good news is we still got a chance to make a nice easy par or with a good shot of birdie. So let's focus here. Again, when you're in these situations, you just aim at the center of the green, guys. Don't get complicated. That looks pretty good to me. Get a kick. Get a kick. All right, didn't quite get the kick, but we'll take it. So as you can see, there's a little too much wind to cover everything I wanted to cover. So I had to play out of the thick stuff. But you know, I'll be honest, this is a pretty good leave considering. And I'm feeling good with the chipper today. It's working out pretty nice. This is definitely my Achilles heel here. I tend to struggle with these, so I'm really being tested down the stretch today, which is good. I'm really happy to have all these opportunities. And again, that's a part of playing this game, is you have to appreciate the fact that the game always teaches you exactly what you need to work on. Come down. And one time. Pretty solid par there, guys. Tough day too, you know, gale force winds type situation. So you take the par and you run away. Can't birdie them all. Well, we dodged a bullet there, guys. Solid 5. Nice up and down. And that brings me to a wonderful point of transition where we're going to discuss what gives you confidence and what doesn't, and how each piece leads to the next. And again, these are the psychological secrets that you've been waiting for. So this is a tough closing stretch. There's no doubt about it. You got a pretty heavy crosswind. You got bunkers everywhere. I mean, you really got to focus on this particular shot. There's water right, OB left. So when you come to a shot like this and you're playing a pretty good round, you just dodged a bullet, you should actually be more confident. And the thing that I'm thinking right now, which is what I know a lot of recreational golfers don't think, is the fact that I'm getting up and down. So I'm going to make par no matter what. I just got to get it in play, which that's the first thing you need to understand about psychology. If you're getting up and down, you're going to fear hitting tee shots and approach shots far less. You're going to be freed up. You're going to be able to be a kid. So let's see what we can do with this. There should be no fear. And honestly, guys, there's zero fear in my mind right now because I know my short game is in order. My putting is working, at least my short putting. So I should be able to swing freely and hit some pretty good golf shots. And there you go, right down the pipe. I mean, doesn't get any better than that, boys and girls. So as I mentioned before, this is a tough closing stretch, and to make it even harder, they've given us a really tight, tucked left pin in the back left corner. So although I've been hitting my wedges well today, I know my putter's going to be fine if I'm inside 30 feet. I've been two putting and almost making putts from there all day. So my approach shots are going to be a lot more relaxed because I know I don't really have to aim at the pin. I might make a putt anyway, which again, that's one of the tricks to this game, is that each piece feeds into itself. So as my putting improves, my short game improves because I don't get as nervous over the ball. And as my short game improves, my approach game gets better because I know I can get up and down every time. And then as sit, all right down in the knoll. And as my approach game gets better, I don't really have to worry that much about hitting balls off the tee because I'm probably going to hit it somewhere close to the green. And I know I can get up and down and I know I can make putts, so there's no more pressure. And so that's the thing, guys. When there's no pressure, you're going to have opportunities for birdie. And that's the beauty of this game. I see so many people constantly, they're always working on their swing, never working on putting or chipping or any of that. And honestly, if you want to score, that's where it's at because it takes the pressure off everything else. And so what I see a lot is when a recreational golfer finally gets a look at birdie, they don't really trust they're going to make it. And so they get really nervous. And that's part of the issue is I'm excited right now. And it's not because I've been practicing my short game or my putting. It's just because I believe in myself. I haven't really touched short game or putting all winter. I don't usually practice it in the winter because the degree of difficulty and the turf conditions they're not even close during the season. So it tends to set me back a little bit. And so for you guys out there, if you want to play better golf, stop working so hard on your swing. And honestly, it'll be a lot more fun. You'll probably make a lot more putts and make a lot more birdies. Just like that. Oh, come on. But anyway, there was no pressure there. It was a great putt, tap in par. We're still under par. We got 2 holes left. And honestly, we're through the hard stretch. We got some more opportunities coming. So probably did a little too much talking there. Should have focused more on the birdie putt, but now we're at an even more crucial decision. What do we do from here? We know our short game is there. We know our putter's there. We know we're going to have opportunities. We're working with house money. Do we try to close with 2 birdies or do we play conservative? So we've got a pretty tough hole here. And the wind is really brisk and it's coming kind of right at us. So in this case, there's no fear of bringing water into play. So I want to share an idea with the recreational golfer that you probably never thought about. And something I see you guys failing at when you have a good round going, you collapse on the last 2 or 3 holes. And I want you to understand that the reason you got there in the first place, to a point where you could have had your lowest score, was because you trusted yourself. So now it's time to go even deeper into that trust. And here's what we're going to do to close. We're going to distract your conscious mind so that it doesn't screw you up, man. And honestly, that's what I see happening all the time. You start counting the score in your head and you start wondering, is this going to be the day? Don't think about that. Instead, think about tempo. Think about tempo and target and trust yourself. And then clear the mechanism, let the swing go. You're playing well today. You're playing with house money. Nothing can go wrong. Just like that. Okay, well, sometimes things do go wrong, but we're still playing with house money. It's okay. I accept this challenge, and that's what I want you guys to work on. We just hit a beautiful drive right down the middle of the fairway. It hit the top of that hill because it was into the wind, came right back in the bunker. What are you gonna do, right? Don't get angry. Let's freaking execute this, because the golf gods are challenging us right now. The course is standing up and saying, you're not going to defeat me. So fight back. Just like that. All right, we stood up to the course. We're not backing down. We're not afraid. We're gonna close this round out. But that doesn't mean we get complacent. Make sure you guys continue focusing and taking every shot as seriously as you need to take it for your particular skill set. For me, I'm trying to make this. I'm pissed I missed that birdie on the last hole. And with a bounce back shot like that, out of the bunker, into the wind, with the 7-iron, off a side hill slope, I got a good feeling about this, guys. I got a real good feeling about this one. Get down that hill. So now we could be very happy because we just made a great 4 out of a fairway bunker that we didn't belong in. So let's close this hole out. I got a good feeling, guys. I should have hit that putt a lot better than I did. So I'm fiending for a birdie. I'm gonna close strong. All right, finishing hole. Normally you can hit it into the water, but because we're dead into the wind, that's not an issue today. So just gonna take it down the left side, let the wind hold it up, and hopefully we'll have a nice, either a mid-iron or a low iron into the green. Maybe a wedge if we're lucky. Yep, really well struck. Let's see. Okay, we can get this show on the road now. All right, we're gonna make that birdie. Come on. All right, wind is pretty crazy right now. I've only got 160 in, but we got to hit the 6-iron low and just trust, because there's a lot of shit up there by the green. So we're gonna be real careful here. I want the birdie, but I got a good round going. Last thing I want to do is get a double bogey on the last hole. I'm gonna keep fighting with the course here, but For the most part, we're going to play conservative to the middle of the green. Just really stay focused on our target. Just like that. Should be pretty good. Oh God, a ton of wind. Good Lord. I have misjudged that. That was a little. Sometimes we can try our best and just not get the results we want, but that's okay, guys. So stay positive, believe in yourself, and who knows, man, maybe we'll finish with a chip in. All right, guys, I've got so much faith in myself, I'm not even bringing the putter. Yeah, not bad. All right, boys and girls, thanks for joining me today on the swing expedition. Just kidding. They probably got a copyright on that. But anyway, thanks for joining me today on my practice round. Hope you learned some things. Go work on the short game of putting. It pays dividends.
Seen some decent chips today.
Good. How you doing?